me in the background as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ahoy!
Hello, people.
Hi, Timmy.
How are
I
we?
see we're all colour coordinated today.
Yeah, all in uniform today.
Yeah. Not at all planned.
What was that memo?
How are you two?
Hey, all right. It's Monday morning. What can I say? Oh, it's Monday afternoon now. That's all right.
Yeah.
Monday morning's gone. It's Monday afternoon. Hurrah!
Yeah. Yeah. Monday Matters went well.
Yeah, it's all right. Thank you. It's all shorter than usual today, but then not much happening on the model making front in terms of news this week. So that's all right. I had an interesting thought about or chatter about this Airfix thing, this new Spitfire of theirs. I really need to speak to them about managing expectations. So that's about the third time they've done PR. And this time they didn't send us anything ahead of time. Previously they have sent us some stuff before, saying this is what we're releasing, and I'm saying, guys, why are you making such a fuss about it?
Yeah.
And here it goes, right. You know, it's amazing. It's going to rock the model making world, and da 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 da. We're launching it at the International Attitude. Oh, this is going to be brilliant, and it's a re-release of the 124th Spitfire with some resin bits and a paint mask. And you go, yay! Well done, you. But the resin, the thing with the resin parts and the paint mask is much more interesting to me than the fact it's on a 124 Spitfire. It could be on anything. I wouldn't care. But it's the fact that they are in doing it that's much more important to me, more interesting to me.
The whole 124 Spitfire thing is a very niche sort of thing, isn't it? Because not many people want to build one that big. If they'd done the same thing on a 148, that would have been different.
Well, I think that what they wanted to do with the Spitfire, they wanted to reintroduce the Mark 9E, the original release. Obviously, they needed to put new schemes on it, otherwise no one's going to buy it.
Yeah.
But there was a demand, there still is a demand for the Mark 9E in 124th. It's a very, very, very good kit to make.
Yeah.
And so, but I think they just wanted an extra hook to hang the news on. And frankly, putting in resin and masks is a hell of a hook. I think they should have led with that rather than anything else.
In a way, they've sort of gone ass about face with it, haven't they?
Yeah. And they just massively over-egged it, massively overhyped it. People, it's going to be a 148 Puma, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. No, it's not, because they've not done a proper launch for it. They're just revealing it on their stand on the first day of the air show, not a big press to do, you know.
I did jokingly comment on the post on yours saying that it'll be another Spitfire, but this time with an extra rivet. Mark 9 with an extra rivet.
and that will upset people because there's an extra rivet there that shouldn't be there or something. You know, it's great. It looks grand. It looks great. As I say, the kit is phenomenally good. It's a lovely. It's one of the best things they've ever made.
Yeah,
goes together like a dream. The detailing's lovely. There's tons of aftermarket now, so you can turn it into like a proper museum quality kit without too much effort.
Yeah.
Beer barrels.
Yeah, it's sort of thing that if I had the space, I would get, because I'd actually really like to do something like that. But it's just space. If you've got like a big workshop that you can, and then you can put it in your house or something, then great. But if you've just got like one room in the house where you can put stuff, unless you're going to put massive deep shelves up and things like that, it's pointless. Yeah,
mine's in a storage box somewhere, and I had to buy a bigger storage box than the other storage boxes to put the bloody thing in. It's really peed me off no end. But you know,
the other thing as well is it's not really much good for YouTubers and things, because unless that's the only build you're doing on your channel, then you're never going to get it built.
Yeah, it took me 3 or 4 videos to do.
Yeah,
it is a long old build. But then people like it if they're going to. strangely, for that sort of thing, you get quite a lot of views because people won't just buy it and hope for the best sort of thing. When you're spending now, this new one's like over £100.
Yeah.
You're putting over £100 down. You want to see how the thing goes together. You want to see if there are any nasty surprises waiting for you. You can see if there are any little tips and tricks before you commit to it. So in many ways, that's actually better than a £30 kit.
Yeah. I think it piqued my interest because I'm new enough to the hobby that I haven't really seen too much in that scale. So, you know, everything's still new and shiny to me.
Shiny, and we know how good shiny things are.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is an exceptionally good kit. It is a phenomenally good kit. At 1/24 scale, they've really spent the time and made the effort with it. I mean, there's one part in one of the frames inside the cockpit frames rather than plastic frames of it. There's one of the sort of oval frames of the Spitfire, and there's a part where there's a little panel. It's really, really thin, and they've molded that by just taking a bit of pressure off of that part of the mold so it produces flash across the gap. They've actually molded using flash, but it's really controlled. The rest of the frame doesn't have any marks on it at all. It's just that little bit that's got a bit of flash in it, and that goes across the gap. That's genius.
That's
genius
cool engineering.
Yeah. And it's because it's done here in the UK, done in UK. People really know what they're doing.
Which raised the question: is should they have done the Stolly in the UK, considering that was one of the biggest releases of the year?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a constant question, a constant source of discussion between me and Dale in particular. That I keep an eye on the freight costs.
Yeah.
So I can say to him, well, yeah, but Dale, you must be paying, $2,000 per 40-foot unit.
Yeah.
But actually, no, it'd be twice. That's for a 20-foot unit. So you're paying $4,000 for a 40-foot unit to bring this in. This is roughly how many kits you fit on there. Therefore, the cost is this. Surely that must be offset. That must offset the cost of producing in the UK with higher wages, with different things. The business rates on the buildings that people have got to pass the costs on to you. The actual production cost here, subcontracting it, must be quite close now to subcontracting it in India and having to ship it, especially as now it's got to go via South Africa because people aren't going to go through the Red Sea at the moment. So it's adding another 2 weeks onto your delivery. And they've also got the problem when the thing comes up the North Sea, the boat or ship with all this stuff on. If Harwich is full, and it does get full, it goes to Rotterdam instead and dumps what needs to go to Rotterdam and then goes back to Harwich. By which time he's lost 2 or 3 weeks of delivery. This should be in the warehouse and then out earning the money, and it's stuck on a ship in Holland.
Yeah.
All of that disappears if you make it in the UK and stick it on an Arctic. The worst that can happen is something jackknifed on the M25.
Yeah, and it helps with the quality control as well, because they can literally just get some guy go, this isn't right. Let's go down to their warehouse and sort it out. Go down to their workshop.
Yeah. And on the 1/24 Spitfire, I know it is premium product, £100 a box, but every frame that comes off of the machine, the molding machine, is inspected.
Yeah.
To a standard. So they have a standard perfect frame. They spray it bright fluorescent green.
Yeah.
And then everything that comes off, they put on top. And if you see any colour at all, they know it's either got a short shot or something's wrong.
Yeah.
Check it straight away to see something's wrong. If it's okay, it goes into a bag and gets into the process. If it's not, it's recycled. Control's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So maybe with the topper level kits, like say £50 upwards, like Jaguar, new Jaguar and things like that, maybe they'll start doing that one day.
Yeah.
Because the quality control is the thing that always damages them the most.
Yeah. And the thing is, if they bring it to the UK as well, because they can do guarantee better quality and things like that, they can either put the price up a little bit or, probably sell more.
Yeah. And I think they probably would sell more if they trumpeted the fact that these are produced here in the UK.
Yeah, they could export
supporting local economies. Absolutely. Yeah. I would think so, but
who knows?
And I don't know how much control they've got over that as opposed to Hornby having control over things rather than
this is the thing as well, because Hornby's never been the greatest of companies, has it? In that respect. I mean, just look at the trains. I mean, they're good trains, good models, but they're way overpriced.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're probably massively overpriced because they've insisted on doing a lot of the quality control things that Airfix would like to do but can't afford to maintain their price point in a very, very busy market.
Yeah.
You know, and this whole sort of getting stuff produced in India, I suspect is a Hornby issue, not an Airfix issue.
Yeah.
And I think they haven't said anything about this, and they never would say anything one way or the other, I'm sure. But I'm convinced that Hornby signed that deal in India, not Airfix, and Airfix have just got to go along with it. And I don't think they're very happy about it, to be honest.
Yeah. See, what it could do with
I suspect
some very rich modelers getting together and going, "We're going to buy Airfix off Hornby." And we're going to run it
but in a big enough bid, Hornby would sell it because isn't it run by a venture capital group or something now?
Yeah.
But they're just there to make money. So if you offer them enough money, they'll say thank you very much and leave the rest of the business going.
That's what happened with. So how about you, Tim? What have you been up to other than driving cross country?
I had a bit of a lie-in today and then a house inspection. So that was a bit of an embuggerance, but then got out to the shops and got a new router, which, Mickey Mouse. My download is like 8 times faster now, so very happy.
Excellent.
Yeah. What about you?
Me? I'm all right, mate. Not long got up.
Well played.
Yeah. I get up about 9 o'clock on weekdays. I'm trying to decide what to do today, to be honest. Bit of my tash there. Oh, it's a white hair sticking out. That's what it is.
I think I'm going to start damaging the Corsair up.
Well, I don't know whether to do a bit of figure painting, but I'm not really feeling the need to do this figure. Or maybe start the Horton 229. Maybe.
What's that?
Horton 229 is the German flying wing thing.
Oh, okay.
Looks like a futuristic spacecraft.
I shall get it down.
I've got a big book of stuff.
Pretty sure no one wanted to see my butt on camera. It's not Tim.
Ooh.
And Gary Morris said he'll make me a shadow stand for it, so I don't have to have it on the undercarriage.
Oh, that'd be all right.
Yeah. What do people think in the chat? Figure painting or start the 229?
And speaking of chat.
Yes. Jem says, greetings panelists and contestants. Ready for the head-on collisions then? Our group are in Abu Dhabi for an interesting wedding today. Names and faces withheld. Jem says, conversations in chat may at times be delayed by fun being experienced by the people in attendance. No apologies will be given. Haha, it's very hot here. 42 degrees C in the sun. Bob says, Gary, I don't know how you manage to get yourself all over the place so easily. I'm trying to send a parcel and I think I'll need to go into training for the hoops to be jumped through. Jem, hello, Bobby. Airplanes are a big help in moving long distances. We head to England tomorrow morning for part 3 of Meet the Celebrities. Well, friends of mine anyway. Which part of England are you going to, Gary? John says, I saw a clip last night from the Gathering Storm. It was when Churchill goes up the hill and sees Marlborough at the Battle of Blenheim. Loved that clip. Cool. I was listening to Churchill speaking in his We Shall Never Surrender speech. It is among one of several speeches I've heard. I even love the speeches by JFK. Both have important messages. If you like that, then there's a film called In Darkest Hour, and it's all about the build-up to war from Churchill's perspective, and it's really, really good. Bob says, Gary, pity you're not coming to South Wales. Got stuff here for a certain Mr. Yelram. Do you have a big suitcase? Oh, Marley. Backwards. Jim says, we are aboard our Syndicate B747 Classic awaiting the happy couple and guests to arrive. Reception is to be held at 28,000 feet, flying southeast along the United Arab Emirates coastline.
God almighty.
John says, in that respect, I'm inspired by history. That inspires me to make my models. Yeah, same here. Jem says, Bobby, London only, I'm afraid. Matt says, good afternoon, panel. Afternoon, everyone in chat. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
Hi, Matt.
Bob says, right, time to fight the international postage system. Tomorrow or maybe Wednesday. Patrick says, good day to all. Hello, Patrick.
G'day.
Ooh, Maleficent has joined us with his giant headphones on.
Where is he?
Try putting it on. Where is it?
Team.
There we go. Hello, Mal.
Hey.
Hey, Mal.
Hi.
Julie says, just finished watching Monday Matters.
I watched it yesterday.
That's because you're a channel member.
Gifted, but yes.
Yes. Julian says, morning all. Hello, Julian. Ian says, greetings and happy Monday. Julian says, afternoon, Mikey, Tiff, Gary, evening, Tim, and I'm assuming Maleficent.
Just arrived late.
John says, hi, Julian. Yeah, we know, don't we? Hobby Time says, hi, guys. Hi. Ian says, managing expectations was the funniest moments of Monday Matters, Gary. He's right, though. You're right, though, aren't you?
I am so going to nag Taylor, but this is a new thing. I'm going to stop nagging about Halifax. He's heard that now. I'm going to seriously start nagging him about how to do PR.
Yeah,
because it's pants at the moment.
Well, they're starting to wind people up with it, aren't they?
Yeah, and it's going to be the case of crying wolf, and then people are just going to say, "Hey, we're going to have this thing. Why don't you all come down?" And we're just going to, I can't be bothered. You know, I'm going to have to stay overnight. And he's not going to have anyone for his next major product release as a result.
Yeah, well, people are already going, "Oh, it's going to be another Spitfire."
Yeah.
Already, people's expectations are just going, can't be bothered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I clipped a desk light to my microphone and it's just in the way. There you go.
More like a packet of crisps, but there we go.
Yeah, it's got a plastic bag over the arm. I need to take it off. Hobby Time says, extremely disappointed with the Airfix at the moment. Yes. See. John says, Bob, about postage, we have that here in the States, although I wound up getting 2 models and not charged. Got 2 M1 Abrams models. Nice. Julian, Mikey, even those who do want a 124 Spitfire won't want 3. And chances are they'll already have bought one of the first 2. Yeah, that's another good point.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people want the 124 Mosquito, don't they?
Well, yeah.
That would be a hella big model.
Yes.
I've got it.
I mean,
there you
go. John says, Julian, that's huge.
That's what she said.
She said.
She did say that.
Ian says, I got the first Mark 9 for when I get good. Bob says, John, our internal postage is more expensive than postage from the other side of the world, notably China. Yeah, but you can buy a small house in China for the price we pay for postage. June says, Gary, Mikey, you know my thoughts as I've posted them on Facebook. Yes, and on Discord and on everywhere else.
Yeah.
Julia says, Ian, Hobby Time, I commented before the release that it would be an existing kit in a new scheme. Sadly, I was right. Yeah. Rich is in. He says, "Hi guys, hope everyone is doing well." Hello, Rich.
Hey, Rich.
Oi, oi.
Oi, oi. John says, "Ian, I remember those models that were on the high altar of wanting to do. I remember the Lindenberg Blue Devil Destroyer." Ooh, sounds interesting. Sounds like a Smurf porn. Joe says, "Greetings to all. Let's have a great week."
Where did that come from?
Blue Destroyer.
Dude! Really?
That's,
Whoa!
stop it.
Dude! Get a therapist, really?
Well, welcome back to the stream.
Man.
Jesus.
Made you laugh, didn't it?
Wow. Well, nervous, yeah, but yeah.
It's all right.
I just put wrong thoughts in my head.
Papa Smurf.
Miles now sat there thinking of Papa Smurf and Smurfette.
I know, it's
All this
Papa
and
Smurf's
more
got a
can be
short
yours
white
if you just sign up and be a channel member.
yeah.
Gary's got Papa Smurf's got a short white beard as well, hasn't he? And glasses.
Yeah. I'm not touched though.
He's not
Joe
blue,
says,
though.
Greetings to all. Have a great week. Oh, we will.
I was going to. That was the plan.
Oh. John says the huge USS Constitution was another.
Is that blue as well?
Smurftastic. John says, "Hi, Joe."
Oh, this is another 70s icon that's now gone, isn't it? Along with all the DJs.
Oh, no, they're bringing a
Papa
new one out,
Smurf.
aren't they?
It's been destroyed.
They're bringing out a new Smurf
dear.
movie, but it's live action one.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. That's just going to be wrong.
Hobby Time says, "Would rather it be produced in the UK, better quality control than them from India, better dispatch time, plus helping with the UK economy." Exactly. Go for it says, "Hello." Hello.
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 Hobby Time says, "Hi, Daniel." Hello, Hobby Time. Well, Gary's having a moment to himself after that idea of Smurf porn. I think you're right, Gary. Thinking now. Not a company in its own right. Could Airfix legally sign any contracts? Good point. John says, "Timmy, here's a naval..." I've just realised if Maria's just walked in, she's just hearing us talking about that stuff. Like, what the fuck? So this is what you get up to when you're working. Here's a naval question. Did ships have female image from mythology, and do ships in the RAN, Royal Australian Navy, continue the tradition? I hear the United States Navy is discontinuing it.
I'm not really sure, but yeah, I've never heard of someone referring to a ship in the masculine. It's always always the feminine. But
well, I think in terms of figurehead and stuff, the only one I've seen on the Royal Navy now is HMS Dragon, which actually has a Welsh dragon on the side of it.
yeah. Yeah, all ours, like our naming convention is normally place names.
Yeah.
And things, or like the new Hunter frigates and things. That's going to be named after like regions. So like the Hunter region. Whereas I know the US likes to name theirs after people. Although I was present when they commissioned the USS Canberra, which was cool because they did it right next to HMAS Canberra.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Patrick says, "Do the 229." Okay. Dylan says, "Hobby Time. I think it's a balance between higher labour costs in the UK versus lower shipping costs." Well, this thing they're balancing out now, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Ian says, "Darkest Hour is really good." Joe says, "Monday matters. Yes, watched it Sunday. Thought I overslept for 23 hours. So, yeah, just to explain to people, that's a new thing you're doing with your channel, isn't it, Gary? With your memberships.
Yeah, I can. People who are channel members can get stuff as soon as I upload it. even though normally I tend to upload something like one day and have it scheduled to launch at 7 the following morning. I don't quite know why. I should really do a bit more work about this and look at the analytics and see when most of my viewers are most likely to be actually on YouTube, and then drop it then. But then I guess it's going to be in like the early evening, which is when most people drop stuff. So it'll just get lost in the trees in a way. So
You say that, but on my analytics, most of the people come on dinner time onwards. So sort of between dinner time.
But then you're doing live streams from like 12 onwards. So
that's true. Yeah. Next. Julie says, interesting comparing the opening scenes of Darkest Hour and Downfall, H-Word acting in a fatherly manner to his secretary, Churchill, kicking off. Okay. Jim says, greetings to all the usual suspects. Hello, Jim. And to all on screen.
Hello, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
And Julie says, afternoon, Mal.
Yeah. I got held up a bit. I won't, for obvious reasons.
Bob says, I have the 124th Mozzie. Even the box is expensive, is massive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Julie says, Tiff, I'm 4'8", guaranteed. She didn't say it's huge. No, I'm wrong. She did. Then turned the microscope around. Laugh out loud. Can we paint Julian blue? He could be our resident Smurf.
Oh, boy.
Darren says, afternoon all. Have
Please, sir, may I have some less?
have reordered the new Spitfire. We'll sit in stash with the other two. Anything in 124 scale, always welcome. Just wish it was the Hellcat again. Hello, Darren.
You do know that the next 124th Airfix kit is going to be the bolt and pull Defiant, don't you? Released at Telford.
No, it's going to be a 124th Spitfire Mark 9.33.
No,
with 2 extra.
Bolt and pull Defiant.
Julie says, isn't Papa Smurf kidnapped in the latest film? I don't know, mate.
Don't know. And
I think so, yeah, actually. Yeah, because Smurfette was kidnapped in the last one. Joe says, Mikey, 229, build it. I have kids, okay?
Hey,
that, Your Honour, is the case for the defence.
Yeah. Tim will learn this sooner or later. He's going to become an expert in kiddie programs.
It's 2025, all right? You don't have to defend your love of the Smurfs and how you're a grown man. It's still your favourite movie. It's fine. We're here to support you, mate.
Hey, my favourite program was Fireman Sam and Count Duckula, mate. I still watch them. Joe says 229. Trevor's in. He says treating. Greetings to all. Gary, have you any more info on the the Galleria paints?
Gallery. Not yet. As far as I know, they're aiming at a price about sort of $3 to $4 US for each bottle. Don't know what the prices of the kits are going to be. They've got another bigger kit that they're going to release with about 40 or so paints and all of the primers and thinners, everything, all in like a sort of aluminium case. Don't know what the price of that's going to be. But yeah, I only got them, Wednesday or Thursday. So, but they're fun. They're nice paints. I'm quite enjoying them.
$3 to $4, about £2.50, something like that per bottle.
Yeah, it's going to be sort of Vallejo money.
Yeah,
like everyone else, really.
I was going to say that's about the same price as a Vallejo bottle.
Yeah, that's good. Try some.
Yeah, they just need to do some military colours, really, to interest most of the people watching here, I guess.
Yeah, or some figure colours and things as well.
Yeah,
Vallejo do loads of figure sets and things. Mm-hmm. Junior says, question, what colour does a Smurf go when you choke it?
Flesh coloured.
Grey.
I don't know, Julian. Come
here. David says, Leighton have had a nice hour with Steph, Mal, and John on M4H. Good man. It's nice to have a viewer, isn't it?
Well, I'm late. It was David's fault.
Ah. Blame the deputy heathen. John says, Julian lol. The heathen in chief says, asking for a friend, John, honest. John says, lol. David, and hello, all in chat and the panel. Hello again, Mal.
Hi, Dave.
Jim says, perhaps it should be called Sunday Matters.
Yeah, but then I'll do it on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because it has to go up first thing in the morning. And then it's going to have mission creep, as they call it, I guess.
Yeah. Jim says, morning, Jim. Jim says, greetings, Julian. The heathen in chief says, Mikey, heathens are red, not blue. Depends how much you choke them. Ian says, bad time, paint Julian blue, made me spit my brew back in the mug. Git. Oh, Telford 2027 is going to be so much fun. John says, Timmy, what is the function of the laundry division in the United States Navy? Strategic detergents.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Julian says, laughing my ass off, Ian. Aaron Will says, how about you all do a group build of the new Airfix 124 Spitfire? Dre. No.
That's going to be expensive.
Yes. We try and keep kits below £40 for the group builds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim says, another Airfix release, another swirl of controversy. Airfix benefits from the free publicity. The only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about. Exactly. But sooner or later, it's going to get people's backs up enough that they're just going to switch off from Airfix.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's a fine line. And Mal dances all over it. John says, I went to a dry cleaner about the stain on my shirt. I asked him how to get it out and felt bad for putting him on the spot. Very good. Graham says, afternoon all and happy Monday. Hello, Graham.
Really?
Yeah. And welcome to any new viewers. So yeah, that's what they were talking about for me to start today.
Ooh, very nice.
So that should be
Very
fun.
nice. Yeah.
Right
I've
on.
not done a Rebel kit for a long time. Oh, yes, I have, except the big boy. That's a Rebel kit.
Yep.
Oh. That's not
To
been
the
set up very well.
bench.
Yes. What the hell is going on here? Right.
Okie dokie.
Couldn't figure out where my remote was. Huh? There we go. Oh no, that creates lines all across it. There you go. Flicker rate must be the same as the camera. Graham says, lube everyone. Yes, make sure you lube up, Ian. Patrick says, I love Spitfires, and even I thought, whoop-de-doo. Yeah. It's like Gary said, at some point, people are just going to go, yeah, okay, whatever. And just stop paying attention to it.
Until they bring out the 124th bolt and pull define.
Yeah, that's going to be a game changer, mate. Game changer.
It will.
Alrighty. We'll be right back, chaps.
Okay.
Oh. What on earth is going on?
With what, bud?
Oh.
Oh, thank you for the shout out on Monday Matters as well, Gary.
That's all right. No worries, mate. My pleasure. A pleasure as always.
John says, Graham, lol. What the hell is going on with these instructions?
Oh yeah, they don't bloody staple them together or anything anymore.
They weren't just not stapled together. They were literally just 2 sheets of paper just placed inside one.
Yeah.
Inside one another. I'm assuming, although they do say assumption is the mother of all F-ups. What the hell is got? Tim, what are you doing?
Just moving the boom arm. I normally have it muted while I do that, but
June says, back in a bit, bloody key safe has been effed up. Need to try and fix it. Okay, Smurfy.
Can you even reach the key safe?
Oh. That was a bit harsh, Rodders.
But no, it's just normally though. Obviously, it's for carers and that, so it'll be a bit higher up. Because my mum's got one on the side of her bungalow, and it's quite high up.
Yeah, so the kids can't mess with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
John says, I saw a Spitfire starting, and they spit fire, literally. Yeah.
I do indeed.
Kevin says, good day, everyone. Hello, Kevin. And Arundel says, what are you each building today? I'm going to be building the Horton 229, which the styrene feels very flimsy on. Very light and flimsy.
Yeah, it's an old kit, really, isn't it?
Yeah. But it'll be all right. Arundel, oh yeah, I've just answered that one.
Yeah.
Go for it says, hi, Jim. And John says, have you gotten involved with a model and had to do several assemblies? A great way to kill interest and sometimes shelf the model. Paper model, do that. Mine has 10,000 parts. Jesus. Well. Part 4. Ian says, who just emerged from a crypt? That was Tim. He's getting old as hell.
30 going on 60.
Yeah, man. Creaky joints and everything.
Yeah. I do enjoy making the dad noises, though. When you stand up, sit down. Ugh.
It is rather satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to lean into it.
Yeah. Won't be long and your kids will be telling you how old you are. So part 4 is that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I just read that. Oh goody, the kids are on their holidays. That means they're all going to be shouting up and down the street for the next 6 weeks.
Don't break up until the end of this week around here.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to get the holidays shortened now to 4 weeks, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, I hope they do.
Well, that's clever. Ride down the road as fast as you can with no hands on the handlebars on the only road into the estate. That can only end well.
By the end of the week, the kids will be climbing all over the wheel. There's like a big metal blue wheel for the accident that happened in the mines around here.
Yeah.
I think somewhat like 60 men and boys were killed.
Yeah.
The mine collapsed.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
Yeah.
See, the one by us, it actually goes out under the Irish Sea. So when they shut it, they literally just dug a hole upwards and flooded the tunnels, so people can get in. They actually left a lot of the machinery down there as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, Timmy's putting his stickers on.
Yeah, I got my stickers. So
let's zoom.
There's one, and I've got my lovely Nia one here as well, which I'm just getting off.
It is nice and colourful, that one, isn't it?
It is. They're lovely stickers. Here we go.
Nice. Shiny. John says, I made these little cradles for my ship in the dry dock. Had to make 300 of them. Finished yesterday. Now want to finish in the dry dock. Nice. Well done, buddy. Graham says, kids have been off since the start of July up here. Ugh. Don't envy you that. John says, paper is a good segue for people wanting to try photo etch. You take parts in the same, or you make parts in the same way. Never tried a paper kit, to be honest.
Me either.
Although, for some strange reason, I do have a Metal Earth kit, don't I, Mr. Waitrose?
You do, because I got sent one, and I got sent two, and they suggested I sent one of them to you.
Ooh, did they now?
I did.
I didn't realise I was known.
So I said that's certainly something I can do. So you got the tank, and I got the Catalina.
Nice. I'll have to do that on a Monday at some point.
Mm-hmm.
David,
make sure you've got plenty of bandages and stuff and band-aids for your fingers.
Oh, I've got a whole box of superhero plasters. I'm okay.
Oh, okay, good. What, with Smurfs on them?
No, I couldn't find Smurfs. I have got super glue and a first aid kit as well, and some bandages just in case.
Oh, that'd do it. Super glue would do it.
Yeah. David says, Tiff is his key safe is at the height that's good for Julian. I have seen it. There we go.
Fair enough.
That was quite brutal, though, modest, to be fair. Not something I expected to hear from you.
Modders isn't exactly.
You're a little bit off your tits today, aren't you?
Yeah.
Jim says, my comment regarding Airfix was not critical towards the chaps at Margate. They make great models, just not many subjects that interest me. Quality control continues to be an issue. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But in my own defense, it was a serious question. Like I said, my mum's is quite high up. In fact, most of the ones I've seen around here are.
Stop trying to justify. We heard what you said. We know you're picking on Julian. It's fine. Well, it's not. But Julian says, right, key safe sorted. Got a spare something. May get a friend to swap them on Friday. Ah, so you missed what Modders said then. He absolutely was not picking on you, Julian. Honest. John says, Julian, replace my keyboard after typing a word and the word displayed as a dirty word. Lol. Whoops. Sounds like one of the kids just gone head first into the fence. All the swords are going down the street and and then a thud. I'm going, knock yourselves out, you little shit. Hobby Time says, hey, Jim. Sorry, go on.
So did one of them catch that wire you've strung across the road then?
Ah, yes. That must be it.
One ran into it.
Yeah, it was the head hitting the floor that sort of heard.
That hollow thunk. Yeah, that's a child's head.
Yeah, it's bouncing off down the road on its own. No, we don't advocate for child killing on this channel.
Absolutely not.
Just Smurf choking. Ian says, I once built a pre-coloured tornado paper kit. It was probably 1/32 size or bigger. It even had swing wings. Oh, cool.
Yeah, they tend to be 1/33.
There we go. Maleficent has spoken.
Sorry.
Yeah. Won't be doing that again.
Yeah.
Why? I want you to speak more.
No, just saying. Ones I've seen have been a 133 third.
Yeah, it's
Seems
nice.
an odd scale, but it's a third in it of third of it's.
Don't worry, I wasn't criticizing you, Mal, or telling you
No,
off.
no, you weren't. No, it's all right. I don't care. Criticise all you like.
Criticize all you like.
I'll eventually get bored with it and do something about it.
Ooh,
I could send you something that you wouldn't like.
Oh, speaking of which, Mal,
Oh,
I'm gonna have to send you. I've got to send you something next week. Sometime.
Oh, posty.
So yeah, so I'll need your details.
Ooh, that sounds a bit worrying.
No, it's something to pass on to you from a subscriber.
All right.
Oh. It's something channel related.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Because Bob has printed off. You know our characters on the thumbnails.
Yeah.
He's done 3D prints of all our characters for us.
Ah, wonderful.
So he's asked me if I could print off yours and send it. He's printed off yours and asked me if I can send it to you for him.
Me? Have I got one?
Yeah, you've got the fox.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was
the old sly old fox, aren't you?
Sly old fox. Was that what it was?
Yeah. John says, "Do you guys remember Time Bandits?"
Oh, do I remember Time Bandits? It's like my favorite movie as a kid, and I saw that they're doing a reboot of it for absolutely no reason, and I'm fuming. It was perfect as it was.
Oh.
Bob says, "Well, don't know what I did, but suddenly ended up watching American Reaction Channel. Back now." Julie says, "Have no fear, Mikey. I will watch back for what I missed." Patrick says, "Frankie Day bills them, and they are 33rd scale." David says, "Yes, Tiff. Most key safes are set for the helpers, not the patient." Yeah,
exactly.
Junior says, "Just kidding. I had a bad habit of forgetting my house keys, so I use the key safe myself quite often." That could be why.
Right, back in a moment because I had post come through.
Ooh, posty.
Yeah.
Will there be a live unboxing? Who knows?
No, because I haven't ordered anything.
Yeah, but this is Bob we're talking about. Bob could have sent you something or anything. You could have 1 million strand beasts in a box or something.
That'd be a good edit. What's in the box?
Strand beast. Spider. Strand beast. Spider. Modders would not be happy if he sent her a spider. Remove detacher. Okay. Why put it on there in the first place? John says, "Timmy, hate reboots myself. They inject present views and not let the art be what it was intended to be." John Cleese and Sean Connery were in it. Bob says, "Missed all the Metal Earth chat." You didn't miss much, mate. Don't worry. David says, "Found some sink marks in the Stolly battery box. Ugh. Oh, I won't worry about it." John says, "I also remember George Harrison singing at the end of Time Bandits."
Yeah. Did you ever see it?
Probably put the money up for it.
Did I ever
see it as a kid, Mikey?
I don't think I did.
It's bloody brilliant. It's worth a watch. You couldn't make it these days because the time bandits themselves are all little people that stole a map of the universe from God, and they jump through portals through time. They like rob Napoleon and Robin Hood, and it's fantastic. Like there's a bit where they perform in front of Napoleon, singing "Me and My Shadow," and all start fighting on stage, and the director is trying to hang himself. It's just fantastic.
Drew says reboots of films are lazy and prove that Hollywood is run by money, not creativity. E.g., it made money last time, so let's do it again. Bob says, waiting in trepidation for next delivery. 15 cubic feet of packing peanuts. Yes. He asked me yesterday, is 15 cubic feet a lot? So I sent him a picture of a rooftop box. a car bag that goes on top of the roof for storing stuff on top of the car. And it covers the most of the roof of the car. That size.
Okay.
So I said, yes, it's quite a lot. Jim says, Gary Evans, Bears training camp open this coming Friday. Ooh.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see how bad they can do next season then. Are they going to turn up, or is it just open and,
Yeah. David says, but no spiders like the rest of us. Yeah. I don't get spiders either because I don't want spiders.
I didn't get spiders because I have a ridiculous phobia of them.
Yeah.
Thank God the cat finds them and eats them.
Yeah. John says Planet of the Apes and Ghostbusters are reboots. Yeah. The Planet of the Apes one was actually pretty good, to be fair. I actually quite enjoyed that. The Ghostbusters one was good. There's a YouTube video that actually explained why the female version of Ghostbusters wasn't as funny. And it's because there's he showed it by showing a scene from each one that's pretty similar, in which the characters are explaining what's happening at that moment. And in the original one, they're in the lift, and one of the characters just says, "We're three guys in a lift wearing nuclear reactors going to save the world," and that's it.
Mm.
And in the female one, they take about 3 or 4 minutes to explain the same point.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. The new generation of Ghostbusters isn't too bad if you separate it from the original stuff. It's very much designed towards youngsters. John says, "I'm not fond of." Keep hitting enter. Sorry.
Sorry.
Jim says, "Pre-season football. Hope springs eternal." Duke says, "Good day, all you beautiful people. Come to Australia. There's hardly any spiders here."
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah, we've only got one spider that'll do you any harm here. John says, "The original Planet of the Apes had a message, got lost in the remake." Yeah. But again, do you want every film to have a message? Not really.
No.
Just want a way of suspending disbelief and escaping reality for an hour or two.
My only real gripe with the reboot Planet of the Apes was just the titles. Like The Rise of the Planet of the Apes. It's just, it would do.
It's clunky, isn't it?
Yeah. That, good fun movie, but bloody title.
Graham says, "Lunchtime over. Enjoy the Horton Mikey. It's a nice kit." Cheers, buddy. I certainly will. If I can remember what I've done with it. Other parts. Oh. Okay, so it's not on there. Oh my god. These are not in a logical order.
Well, it's Rebel, of course they're not.
John says Heston had a cameo in the remake, which was cool. June says, come to Australia, we have hardly any spiders here. Yes. Jim says, all the superhero films have a message, spend your money on us. Jimmy says, that won't kill you. Yeah. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. Do you remember, Tim, when you were a kid, the TV show Round the Twist?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that over here. It used to be quite good.
Yeah, it's a bit of a head trip, but
yeah,
that was pretty good TV.
Yeah, it was for kids.
What was that all about then?
It was about a family who lived in a lighthouse, and they went on. The kids ended up going on adventures and stuff like that.
Yeah,
in the lighthouse.
So the whole premise was just weird stuff would happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like going round the twist, and the family's name I think was Twist and stuff. But yeah, it was just like weird stuff would happen in the town. So yeah, it's just
they hadn't found Daddy's secret mushroom stash or anything.
Well, you feel like that watching it. So yeah, it's very hard to explain. It's it was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Because Magic Roundabout definitely had some of that going on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Queen's Nose was like that as well. That was a program we had. It was one where a young girl had a magic 50p piece, and when if she wanted to make a wish, she rubbed the coin with her finger, the Queen's Nose on the coin.
Oh, right.
I remember that.
But there was always like really weird consequences and things to it.
Mm-hmm.
One of the episodes, didn't they wish for like unlimited supply of ice cream? And it was weird.
John says, Julian, are the spiders from Mars? I should have primed this. David says, yes, I did enjoy the reboot of Planet of the Apes as it was different in how it was portrayed. Yeah. I think if they do reboots, rather than trying to like continue the story or do pre-story, if they make it a whole separate story based around a similar idea, then that's a bit different. It works better. Julian says, no idea, John. I'm from the original South Wales in the UK. Heathen country. Duke says, to be fair, Julian, there's probably only 2 spiders that could kill you. You would have to be very unlucky.
Yeah, most of them you just get sick as a dog and feel like your guts are being pulled out of your ass.
Yeah. Or you sit on the toilet and get your ass bitten by a snake. John says, thinking of Ziggy Stardust, then there was a movie with Gene Simmons, Runaway, a great sci-fi film with the Tom Selleck and Kirstie Alley. Gene played a villain well. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Jim says, children's television programming must be right up your alley, Mikey. Yeah. It's just certainly a lot better than all the current news programs and stuff like that they put on telly these days. Although sometimes the children's TV programming is less surreal. John says, they had these mechanical spiders that inject acid. Well, that sounds just delightful. John says, in the film. There we go. David, Tim, yes, The Time Bandits was such a hilarious film. You could not do the remake now, though. No. That one that played the guy in Elf. Dinklage, is it, or something?
Yeah, Peter Dinklage.
He sort of ruined it for short actors, didn't he? with that comment he made about Snow White.
Yeah, talk about pulling the ladder up after yourself.
Yeah. Julian says, one of my friend's favourite jokes is based on the Magic Roundabout. Boing, said Zebedee. Get off, said Florence.
That's an old one.
Aaronville says, I like being early, self-retired with my own built model room, hearing the rain on the flat roof, listening to you all every day is a modelling day. Yeah. That sounds lovely, actually. I like listening to the rain. So what are you working on, Aaronville? John says, my favourite line is, Mom, Dad, don't touch it, it's evil.
Don't touch it, it's evil.
Junior says, he's old, Tim, almost as old as me. Who's old?
I think there's a couple lines that still get said in my family all the time. John Cleese's Robin Hood saying, and how long have you been a robber? And one of the time bandits just replies, 4'1". And he goes, oh, well, that is a long time, isn't it? And the other one is like every time they give out a piece of the riches to the poor people in Sherwood, one of the bloody Robin Hood's men like just lines them up and cracks them right in the jaw, and these like old peasant grandmas and stuff just getting punched in the face. And Robin Hood's like, I'm sorry.
Why is that funny?
Or no.
That shouldn't be so funny.
Yeah, it's just of its time because it makes this like whack noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin Hood goes, I'm sorry, is that completely necessary? And the guy can barely talk. He goes, so what? And the translator he says, yeah, he's afraid it is. Goes, all right then. Goes right back to punching people. It's just, yeah, if you have a chance, it's so good.
Yeah. John says, John Cleese as Robin Hood was my favourite part in Time Bandits. Jim says, I saw Time Bandits when it first appeared in theatres. Very good film. Aaronville says, still learning my first model airbrushing at 144th Delta Dagger. On the bright side, I have been building up a stash. Nice. Trevor says, anyone into 3D printing? Just doing the 1/6 scale print of Inspector Gadget. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, wow.
Gadget. Bob does 3D printing. Gary Morris does, but he's not here today. He's here on a Thursday and Thursday and Friday normally.
Yeah, he's dancing around the woods in his mankini today. He's
not. Today he's actually at his daughter's birthday, which reminds me, happy birthday, Kerry Ann.
Oh, happy birthday.
I'm not going to say how old she is, but she's a year older than me, and I'm 37. Well, she's we're pretty much the same age. She's just a few months ahead of me. And I'm 37, so yeah. Julian says, I love the film Robin Hood, Men in Tights. Kerry Elwes line, unlike other Robin Hoods, I can speak with an English accent. Yeah. John says, those old cartoons from the 80s were cool. Yeah. A lot better than the crap they put on for kids now.
It's really
I like that old man. We're getting old, Timbo.
One of us is.
Okay. Bob says, Trevor, FDM or resin printing? Julian says, John, Mel Brooks was funny as Rabbi Tuckman. Yeah, he was. Ian says, wasn't Time Bandits written by one of the Monty Pythons? Junior says, I think Elvis line was a swipe at Kevin Costner in Prince of Thieves. Yeah, most likely.
I love that movie.
Aronville says, I look forward to the live film release of Wacky Races. That should be funny. Jim says, you are old, Mikey. Thank you. I think.
You think that's old?
Hold my beer, says Mal.
Yeah. Well, hold this crate of beer.
So how have you been, Mal? Anyway, we've not seen you for a while.
I've been away looking at houses. Put our bungalow on the market. Within half an hour, there's somebody knocking on the door wanting to look. That's all right. But we went up north for a week to have a look at, and
Decided not moving now.
we're moving, but we're looking at somewhere else. We've just booked a place for a week base from, and we're more confident of this trip because we're getting loads more houses to look at.
Yeah.
Better than the ones we were going to look at before. We didn't look at all the ones we'd planned to and that we'd booked because the just went, nah, this is not working.
Did you go into the air and go, shit, this is too close to John?
No, it was, well, where we're going this time, it's closer to John.
Yeah. That'd be good for you, though.
Well, John seems to get to a lot of decent model shows at his end, so that's down for me. So I just want somewhere pretty quiet and with enough. But I need to put my models, all my built models, on display at the 30-second scale ones, and have some room to build more. So gotta move.
So you're looking for a small mansion then?
Yeah. At an affordable price.
I hear Katie Price is selling hers.
No, I mean, the missus needs space as well to do her stuff. She does sewing and shit like that.
Yeah.
But, shit like what that is.
Sewing and shit like that, yeah. Gangster shit like sewing and crocheting.
Yeah. Yeah. Crocheting and knitting and that other shit she does.
Yeah, well gangster.
Yeah. Well gangster. But yeah, can't knock living in Cornwall. It's just too far from family.
Everything. Yeah.
Everyone and everything.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to move down Cornwall, give us a shout.
Yeah.
Must be hard living in a really big country like the UK.
Sorry?
That's a nightmare.
Living where in the UK?
Living in a really big country like the UK.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Because it is such a small country, we're not used to driving long distances anymore.
I know.
Well, yeah, talking long, we've got a guy who's interested, and he was asking about our solar panels and various things about before it comes down 400 miles to have a look. I suppose in like Oz and the US, 400 miles is nothing. But here it's about half the length of the country.
400 miles is about the distance from the house to the outhouse, isn't it?
Well, I don't know if you saw the drive I just did, Mel, but I went from I flew from here to Adelaide in South Australia to buy my sister's car, and then drove home via Melbourne and then up north through Sydney, and worked it out for the UK and US friends for a bit of reference. So it's about 60 kilometers less than London to Moscow, and for the Yanks, it's 10 kilometers more than Chicago to Las Vegas.
Wow. Well, this time we went up. I drove from here around where we were looking to my mum's, who's moved out to where John is, and then back via my youngest daughter's. I drove almost 1,000 miles, which in the UK is a long way.
Yeah.
Well, also because in the UK, 1,000 miles is like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can. Yeah, I can do that distance. Steady.
Even longer if you
60,
come to Wales.
70.
Yeah, 20 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of idiot thinks of that? Oh yeah, the Welsh Labour government.
Welsh Labour government.
Yeah. Lunatics that they are.
It's because they're all cyclists, I suppose.
Modders, are you clunky-clunkying?
I'm typing, sorry, I'll mute.
That's all right.
I didn't realise you could hear it.
Yeah. Jim says, I meant in terms of your wisdom and intelligence, Mikey. Oh, thank you very much. I know you're bullshitting, but thank you very much.
Wisdom and intelligence.
I know, right? Where did you get that?
Clearly bullshitting.
Yeah. Jim says, Time Bandits was directed by Terry Gilliam, written by him and Michael Palin. There we go.
Am I allowed to say I've never seen Time Bandits?
No, I agree. I've never seen it either.
Yeah, neither have I.
I'll say it again. If you have a chance, it's bloody funny.
Yeah.
John says, funniest Prince of Thieves line, cousin, why with a spoon? It's dull, it will hurt more. Rest in peace, Alan Rickman. Yeah. Who's a good actor in? Jim, Terry Gilliam co-directed Holy Grail along with Terry Jones. Are we having a Monty Python off now or something? Jim says, no, Julian says, Jim, pot, kettle, also wisdom and intelligence, of course. Skiffin says, morning all in chat and in the studios. Hello, Skiffers.
So James.
John says, Julian, Shelley Duvall had a part in Time Bandits. She played several characters.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Skiffin says, hey, Tiff, you better. Julian says, afternoon, James. Skiff says, Mal, shit, is that in the power form? Like she needs room to cut the shit. What he means.
I'm not with that. Have I missed something?
The powder form, I think he meant.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Jim says, Julian, thanks, Julian. I'm flattered.
Like, just going to sniff a bit of knitting.
Yeah. Tiff says, hey, Skiffins, better than what? I think he means better as in, are you feeling better?
Yeah, he did think it's just because there was an exclamation mark and not question mark at the end.
Yeah.
God, those meds have really bloody kicked in.
Jim says, just a short trip for those in Australia, Tim. Yes. Skiffer says, hey, Julian. John says, Kenny Baker of Star Wars fame as R2-D2 was in Time Bandits 2, as well as the late Catherine Hellmond. Mm. Skipper says, "Are you better, Tiff?" Tiff says, "Oh, not really. Had to take meds, so I'm a little floaty."
I do not speak like that.
No, you do not, mate. Speak more
Don't
like
know
a
anyone who
Geordie.
speaks like
I don't speak Geordie either.
Skipper says, "Oh, babe." Julian says, "Wisdom, presumably Norman Wisdom." I like Norman Wisdom. He was a good actor. Good films. Funny. I've got the box set, actually. Oh, I know what I've got him on my YouTube playlists. I've got loads of Norman Wisdom films on my channel playlist.
He's exceedingly popular in Albania.
Is he?
Norman Wisdom, mainly, well, yes, his character,
Pitkin.
Pitkin. The Albanians of a certain age all know Pitkin because he was like a hero to them, because he was like the undertrodden individual standing up to the buffoonery of the bourgeoisie, and he was like, he used to go visit them and stuff like that. It was really popular back in the day.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a proper star over there.
He was good. I like his films. My favourite one, I think, is The Square Peg and Carry On. Not Carry On Cosby. Square Peg and what's it called? Can't remember. The one where he's a police constable, or he becomes a police constable. Nugget says, "Good afternoon, everyone." Hello, Nugget. What does ACF stand for? Because I'm guessing it's not Army Cadet Force.
Could be.
Jim says, "I proudly admit I haven't seen a superhero film since 2005. There we go.
I think the last one I watched was the first Aquaman film.
What's Tim showing us?
Let me just turn off that bloody ring light. Yeah, they're the
Oh,
Time
right.
Bandits.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen it, actually, when I was a kid.
Absolute cinema. So yeah, there's R2D2 there, Kenny Baker. Yeah, he played Fidget. He's great. But I always liked Jack. He played pirate. So yeah, they're all guys from different eras. So there was like a Viking, prospector, aviator, a Confederate, a pilot. A pirate. Yeah, it's just bloody brilliant film.
Very good. Julian says, "Hi, ACF." Ian says, "I need to watch Eric the Viking again. Another silly Monty-esque film." ACF's waving to Julian. Skiffin says, "Powder form, bloody spalling." Ah, you're talking about Coke. Julian says, "Nobody knitting balaclavas, I hope." No. John says, "Tiff, sorry you were feeling under the weather."
I'll be alright. I just get my bad days with my hypermobility, you know. I'll be fine.
Bob says, "When I take meds, I usually end up on eBay. Beware, Tiff, it may be catching."
No, my bank account wouldn't allow it anywhere. Not until Friday.
Julian says, "Ditto, Mikey. I have the box set of Norman Wisdom films." Yeah, I like all the old films and comedies. Much better than new stuff. John says, "Jim, remember Superfuzz?" ACF says, ACF stands for Ace Combat Fan. Ah, makes sense. I like Ace Combat. It's a good game. Ian says, Didn't Norman Wisdom do a song with Tony Hawk's and released it in Albania?"
He did, yes.
John says, "Super Fuzz was Super Snooper in Europe." I have no idea. David says, 20 mile an hour thanks to Mark Pratford. Oh, sorry, mean Drakeford. Yeah, I call him Dripford. And he's still doing damage now. Drew says, the lead singer of Morris Minor and the Majors made a bet he could get a number one in any country. He took Wisdom to Albania to record I'm Big in Albania. David says, careful, Mikey, Tip has the button.
Yeah, got all the buttons.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
No.
I'll not get my paycheck.
True. Nugget says, Julian, didn't they have a top 10 hit in the UK with Stutter Rap? Tony Hawks, that's the fella I was thinking of. As in the skateboarder?
No, as in the British stand-up comedian.
Oh. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Jim says, John, was Superfuzz a 70s black exploitation film? What the hell's that? Bob says, Norman Wisdom was also in a few episodes of Last of the Summer Wine, played Billy Ingleton, a musical genius. Yeah, he did. He was good in that as well. Ian says, yeah, I love Stutter Rap. Nugget says, I know it wasn't necessarily number one, but you know. And John says, yes, Super Snooper was an old cheesy film with Terence Hill and Ernest Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine.
Ah. Okay. Shit, where did that go? There it is. Phew. I think Revel are just trying to make parts count up on this. Because there's bits that, like, yeah, you could have clearly just molded this as one piece.
So they're trying to do a mini art then.
Yeah. Well, the more pieces they have with Revel, the higher the skill level, isn't it?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Jim says, John, okay, thanks, John. I will look it up. See, fully useful information on here. So what's everyone got planned for the rest of the day?
I'm probably going to go back to bed.
Okay.
I'm going to finish my Bristol Blenheim.
Ooh, I look forward to seeing.
And then shoot some box stuff.
Yeah. I thought for some reason I thought you were going to say children or something.
What?
Just go and take pot shots.
Oh, Jesus, I wouldn't take pot shots at children. Christ's sakes, I'd aim properly. Little buggers move. They move so fast. You've got to aim properly. You've got to aim off a bit as well. It's like,
yeah,
you can't just take pot shots at them. For God's sakes, man. No.
So full metal jacket. You just don't lead them as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. So Blenheim. I might try and finish my P1127 as well today.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, some review. I might do the box review. Actually, thinking you've got a Horton 229, I might do that. The tack-on one.
Yeah.
It's a box. I got a couple of ICM things to do as well. I've already shot one for the Ferret Mark 1, so I might edit that later. Get that done.
See, in some ways, I miss being able to do videos, proper videos. But in other ways, I think my life is so much easier than not having to do them.
Oh, Jesus, you're not kidding, mate. You know, my stepson, Joey, says to me, I've got this work routine now sorted. I can do a video in like 20 minutes and have it edited and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, but you just talk to the camera about stuff. You know, you don't actually make anything. Then I thought, but then he makes like 20 times as much money as I do. So maybe he's got the right idea somewhere along the way.
Yeah. Well, I was working on a video, a box review of a video, box review of a kit, but then that CapCut thing happened, and I was like, nope, not doing CapCut anymore. My computer won't handle any other more modern software. So
right.
So unless I can do it on Photoshop or something on my laptop, then I'm stuck.
Well, if it runs Photoshop, will it not run like a light version of Premiere?
I don't know.
I can't see it's going to be that much more intensive.
Yeah, the problem wasn't it intensive. It was the graphics card wasn't up to it. And the Photoshop is on my old laptop, so it's not even the newer version of Photoshop. It's an old version.
Okay.
I just use for photo editing.
Old version, yeah, right.
This 2009 MacBook.
Dude, my first version of Photoshop was 2.5. Literally 2.5. Just before they introduced layers.
Yeah.
It was that was my first one. That was 93. 93 it was.
I used to enjoy editing photos. I'd spend hours doing it. John says Ernest Borgnine was in several films: Escape from New York, Dirty Dozen, Emperor of the North, and the Airwolf TV series, to name a few. I do remember Airwolf and Dirty Dozen. June says, "Shit, where did that go? I'm so glad you're not a doctor, Mikey. Those are words you do not want a doctor to say." Yeah, especially a surgeon. ACF says, "Hitting the workbench once the wife gets in from work." Yeah. Jim says, Borgnine served in the US Navy during World War II. John says, Bob Borgnine was in the United States Navy on a destroyer. Fred Gwynn, Herman Munster, was on a United States subchaser. There we go. And he says, interesting part of the Dirty Dozen was that a majority of the cast were World War II veterans from all branches. Yes. Jim says, John Borgnine also played the role of Cat with Grizzled Veteran Sergeant in the 1979 remake of All Quiet on the Western Front. Is this like a film knowledge off or something? Movie competition we're not aware of. Joe says, Ernest Borgnine was a World War II Navy vet, a gunner's mate, Battle of the Atlantic. Good actor.
Well, Mikey, you know how on my live streams, like, Scalemates gets melted?
Yeah.
But on yours, apparently, it's IMDb gets melted.
Yeah.
Just look up.
I'm
beginning what film was this person in?
Yeah.
That's cool. It's good. It actually reminds me of a few nice films. A few good films I want to watch again.
Yeah. Junior says, be right back, Kara here. Could they get in? Ian says, was Ernest the navigator in Airwolf?
I'm just looking on Jadlams.
Who the hell lives next to a racetrack?
Oh, it's the bloody teens in the park with the bloody bikes and everything, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, man.
It's the only thing I hear about school holidays.
Not the noisy kids, though.
No, that too. The kids, I don't mind as much because they stop screaming at about 6 o'clock at night.
When you let go of their throats.
No, logically, they can start screaming when you let go of their throats. Before you let go of their throats, it's more sort of a gurgle noise.
Yeah. A
gasp.
Not that we condone choking kids.
No,
absolutely never.
Only Smurfs. Maybe we should say Smurfs instead.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to do it, don't half-ass a job.
Yeah, not like
hang on.
I just started having a look
Your Honor?
The link you sent Mikey about the cars and that on Jadlams.
Yes.
I just thought I'd have a look again whilst I'm on my PC. And it went on to the main homepage. AK have done another set of markers.
Yes.
Ooh.
What
The game ones.
Yeah. Interactive. They're called play markers.
I've got some of those. I've got a set of those.
They did them a while ago, didn't they?
I didn't know about them.
That one.
Yeah, it's like a big case of 34. Some good. Yeah. That's
There you go.
I'm going to have to put them on my watch list.
Definitely. Oh, I've got to do that.
Because they'll be good for my figures.
Yeah, they're really cool. That they've got like a. Actually, I'll do it on the other camera. It's probably easier on the other camera. Show you. There we go. So they're more of like a brush kind of tip to it. You see, like this.
They're cool.
And you just sort of pump the back here to sort of load the ink into the brush or paint into the brush. They're quite thin, but they dry quite quickly and you can like recoat quite quickly.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you can also, if while they're wet, you can then blend in other like darker colours and stuff. Apparently, I haven't tried that yet, but I haven't really tried these much at all so far. I really ought to do them to justify having bought the bloody things.
You need justification.
But yeah, I do, because
there's quite
Maria
a few
says,
different like skin
what you got
tones.
here? Yeah, there are all sorts of interesting. Zombie skin is a favourite. Is this interesting colour here?
Yeah.
But
So
they do lots of like. What's this one?
I do like the design of them, like
pink skin and dark skin and light skin.
And there's black skin as well.
Black skin, zombie skin, obviously, because we deal with all species and states of being. So what's that? Dirty white and grey white, light grey. Yes, loads of colours. Look, it's a really nice set, to be fair. Yeah, I should use them more. Really should.
So Kerry Ann is actually turning the same age as me today.
So she's younger than you.
Yeah, she's a few months younger.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 months younger. There we go. John says, Mikey, look what I started. Sorry. It's all right, buddy. Oh. If it promotes conversation in the chat, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
John
within
says,
limits.
Well, yeah. As long as it's YouTube-friendly chat.
Yeah.
Then YouTube likes it because we get more comments and it helps the video get promoted. John says, lol. At least I think that's how it works. Nugget says, Gary sounds as if he has experience in the matter. Ooh.
Well, which matter? I have experience in many matters.
Choking Smurfs, I think.
Well, look, I wasn't going to tell you this, but one of my squad in the regiment, in our squadron, actually his nickname was Smurf.
Did you choke him?
No, not regularly. Only when he deserved it.
Only when he wanted to get off.
Only when he gave a smart ass answer to a question. No, he was because he was not of the same sort of.
He was blue, was he?
Height. Well, he wore blue all fucking day. That's it's his job. He wore blue on a work day. Normally green, obviously, but most of the time wore blue. So it kind of worked. He's just known as Smurf.
Is that when they started the denims? Denim uniforms. Is that still when they had the denim uniforms?
No, you see what happened. Even when you're wearing, in those days, the Northern European DPM trousers, you would wear blue pullovers and obviously blue berets during the day, the working day. So yeah, he was not very tall, and blue, so we called him Smurf. Quite a good band.
Jim says, no worries, John. We're having a conversation in chat, part of what this live stream is about, and encourages. Yes.
Yeah.
Chat, engage, make friends, chat random crap. That's what it's all about. John says, of course, if you want to mention a great actor, Alec Guinness, he didn't like the role of Obi-Wan Guinness, was a Royal Navy veteran. Yes, he was. Oh, for fuck's sake. John says, thanks, Jim.
Didn't he do the first Star Wars for some deal? Like, he thought, oh, it's not going to make a penny, but I'll take like 0.5% of the residuals or something like that. And it made him absolute millions, rather than taking I will pay you $500,000 to do it. He said, no, just pay me the residuals, dear boy. I don't imagine you'll make any money back at all, but there we go. And he made an absolute mint out of it.
That's because he was clever.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching a program about Christopher Lee the other day. He's an interesting guy, wasn't he?
I don't remember much about Christopher Lee. Did he come from like some weird royalty or something in Transylvania or something, oddly?
Belgium,
some sort of duchy of something or other.
Yeah.
And he was a spy in the war.
Well, kind of. He was with Royal Air Force Intelligence, and he got attached to
the ultimate oxymoron. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And he got attached to the SAS and to the Paras or something.
Oh, fair play to him then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peter Jackson tried to give him direction on like what to do when Saruman gets stabbed in the back, and he's like, well, actually, that's not what a man sounds like when he's stabbed in the back.
Peter Jackson told him to scream, and he said, no, he said, I know this from experience because I've seen it for myself. When a man is stabbed in the back, he doesn't scream, he gasps because the air is being forced out of his lungs. And Peter Jackson just went, okay.
Yeah, whatever you say, Sir Alec.
Yeah. John says a lot of British actors I can think of are classically trained Shakespearean actors. Yeah. Well, oh crap, what's his name? Oh my god. Where's that information gone?
Don't know.
How's that gone out of my head?
We look at even things like Yes Minister. You've got the likes of Nigel Hawthorne and Paul Eddington, all proper stage actors rather than TV. And so they have a mastery of timing and interaction that they've learned over like years of doing theatre work. It just comes across on the TV so much that you know what they're doing.
Patrick Stewart, that's it.
Patrick Stewart.
Trained, wasn't he?
Sir Patrick.
Yeah. And his dad was a sergeant major in the army during World War II. Mm-hmm. Jim says, a very wise move by Sir Alec. Yeah. Hobby Time says, Gary, what are you building?
I'm building a Myasishov VMT transporter. in 1/144th scale from Micromere. This is what it will look like. And
no build.
This here will have the Hobnobs logo on the side because it's part of the Hobnob build for Telford this year. But it's quite an interesting plane anyway.
Yeah. It's going to have a massive wingspan.
Yes. Well, at 144th, yeah, it is. These are the wings. Yeah.
Wow.
The cargo pod on the top for the biscuits is there. And
that looks so dodgy.
The fuselage is there. Yeah, but it's just because you've got a sick mind, you dirty puppy. The fuselage shows that is.
Yeah,
it is. And this is 144th. So it's like way bigger than, say, a 707 or anything like that.
Yeah, huge.
Oh! Do you see they're
Mr.
also
Peevely.
now doing the Messerschmitt Bounder, the M50 Bounder, coming out 144th scale as well. The weird thing with a massive clipped delta wing with two engines on the end of the wings, two engines underneath. It was like big as this. Absolutely so excited. I'm going to grab one of those. One of my favourite planes. I think it's also Micromere, actually, who are doing it. So anyway, that's what I'm building today. That's what I'm doing today.
John says the late Alan Rickman was a Shakespearean actor. He was.
The late Alan Rickman died owing me 5 pence, the bastard.
Want to explain that?
Well, I used to, years ago, work in an office above Westbourne Grove in Notting Hill. And in the ground floor beneath our office was a 7-Eleven store. And I was in there one day and said Alan Rickman, who was a resident of Notting Hill, was in there buying a newspaper, and he was 5 pence short. And I said, "Here you go, I've got 5 pence for it." And he said, "Thank you very much, old boy." And off he went. I thought he'll pay me back one day because he lives around here. He'll knock on the door, come say, "Here's the 5p I owe you." Never bloody did. Actors, I tell you.
I remember when I was younger, there's a pub by us, and do you remember Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen?
Yeah.
When they were doing changing rooms.
I do.
My mum was sat in the pub, and he came in with some of his crew and that. And he said, "We'd like to order lunch." And they said, "Oh, we shut the kitchen 10 minutes ago." He said, "Well, do you know who I am?" And the owner went, "I don't give a fuck. Get out of my pub."
Yeah.
You're going to be like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't come into Wales and then try and throw your weight round, mate. It doesn't wash. Jim says, "Can't remember, Mikey. I think I hear Gary Morris snickering somewhere." Probably. Hobby Time says, "Wow." John says, "Liked Bridge on the River Kwai. He had a bit in Raise the Titanic." That was an interesting film as well. It was a good one. It's on YouTube, though. Bob says, "Rickman claiming to be a Shakespearean actor."
Oh, that was very funny. He was so good in Galaxy Quest.
Okay. Bob says, "Very meta." Okay. Jim says, "Hey there, Hobby Time." Ian says, "Laughing my ass off. I just took it into a packet of hobnobs with another brew." We'll try not to spew it out this time, Ian. Especially when we mentioned Gary and his Smurf choking. Hobby Time says, "Hi, Jim." Julian says, "Rowan Atkinson is the second Johnny English film. Told the director one scene where a church blew up worked better if his reaction was delayed a fraction of a second." Jim says, "The M50 is one of the wildest looking jets in the Cold War era. The Yak-28 being another. I think the Su-47 is one of the wildest looking jets." because it's got the wings on it. The wings point forwards rather than backwards.
There are very good reasons for doing that. It's a very interesting aerodynamic trick.
Yeah.
Swept wings. It has a lot of advantages, actually.
Yeah. Why didn't they ever continue it?
Mainly because the material science to stop the wings bending too much at the wingtips proved quite tricky. On the Dornier, is it a 287 or something like that? Was a German one that had forward swept wings, and it had two engines, and two of the engines were quite far out on the wings because the weight of them tended to counter the sort of twisting motion. Which is a very clever thing. The Americans tried it as well in the X-31 research aircraft. It's very good for and reduces drag enormously around the speed of sound. But there are structural issues apparently why it can't really work. They look really cool as well. But I don't think looking cool is high on the list of aerodynamic requirements these days.
No.
What are you talking about? It's absolutely critical for ballistic missiles. Needs to be pointy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's just true. Pointy works.
Someone's been watching The Dictator.
I love that part so much.
I love the part where he accidentally shoots that guy and he goes, "I'm sorry, someone left it on Aladdin when it should have been on Aladdin."
I just love it. It's like, no, I watched it on the documentary. And it's like, the professor in this documentary, was he perhaps a duck with a bill which would wrap around his head when the explosion would go off? He's like, there may have been a man with that deformity, yes.
John says...
it's a Discovery Channel then.
Jim says... No, John says Jim liked the B-29 Sky. We have some weird shots on here. Nugget says Raise the Titanic was based off a novel by Clive Cussler. Yeah. Jim says Germans experimented with reverse swept wing technology. The Grumman X-29 was a late 70s reverse swing wing aircraft. There we go.
In the X-29, my mistake. I thought the 31 was the one with steerable exhaust nozzles or something. I've got a kit of the X-29 actually. One of Nick's mystery, one of Nick's conundrum kits.
That would not surprise me, to be honest. John says B-29 Sky was a name for a Russian reverse-engined B-29 made by Tupolev.
Yes, Tu-4, I think it went out as. There were 3 or 4 of them that landed in Russia, having sort of had issues over Japan. They sort of kept flying, sort of trying to get back to wherever they came from, Guam or whatever. So they flew onto so-called friendly Russian soil, and the Russians interned the aircraft and copied them. I think it's a Tupolev 4 from memory.
Oh, Modders, can you post that link I sent you the other day? The Hangar 42 one.
Yeah, I'll just find it.
So the reason I'm asking Modders to share this is because Hangar 42 is the Spitfire Heritage Centre in Blackpool. And they're trying to raise awareness, raise funds and everything. And what they do is they make one-to-one scale replicas of different Spitfires and things like that so that people can learn about the aircraft and climb on them and things. They have it's based at Blackpool Airport, and they have real Spitfires coming in doing displays, and you can go for rides in Spitfires there, things like that. So they've started a YouTube channel up, or they've got one. It's got a few videos on showing people what they do and things like that, and they're trying to sort of build that up a bit.
There we go.
There we go. And one of the guys who does the photography for them and the videography is a guy called James, who is the one who did our Goblin Quest game. It comes on here sometimes called Squarish. He's a good ex-army photographer. Phil says, hi everyone, just made it for the last 10 minutes. Hello, Phil. And just put the link up. Yeah, they're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, but aren't we all? Except from Gary, because Gary's just a legend.
What do about that? I'm going a long time now.
Yeah. John says, Mikey, saw a video of Spitfires flying in formation in Facebook Reels. Then there were a few on Lancasters. Yes. Jim says, not exactly friendly Russian soil. Air crews that landed in USSR were interned, more like imprisoned. US government had to negotiate for the release post-war. Yeah.
Mm.
Ian says, the two-seater Spit just flew over here. I thought they only did weekends. Well, they do it during the week as well.
And whenever someone will pay them
£5,000,
£2,000, £4,000 or whatever it is these days. Yeah, good for them.
Joe says, hey, I hear Benji Morris. You don't, mate. That's Hamish, I think, isn't it?
No.
No, Hamish is okay.
That'll be someone who's tied up their dog outside the shop downstairs.
One of those.
Yeah. And if I'm right and recognise the bark, it's a poodle. It's like a little...
You'll make an excellent sprue rivet counter one day.
I want to check to make sure it's actually the right dog as well. Yeah, it is. It's the tan poodle.
You'll make someone a wonderful rivet counter. John says, made sense to the Soviets because they didn't know how to fly a B-29. US air crews were valuable. True. Ian says, £3,375 for an English for a half-hour flight. There you go, Gary. You could.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, my friend, because among many obvious reasons, I weigh more than 17 stone, and I believe to fly in a two-seat Spitfire, you have to be below 17 stone.
True. That's me out
of the centre of gravity.
Yeah.
Because the passenger seat's quite far back, it puts you outside the centre of gravity limits for the airframe if you're more than that weight. So I have got quite a long way to get down to that, and I don't know I ever will.
Yeah. I don't know if
Sea Fury, on the other hand, now that would be fun. Surprised no one's done it yet, because there are two-seat Sea Furies flying in the UK. Or there were, don't know if they still are.
Gosh darn it, come on. Jim says, see a Mark Felton video about British POWs that the Soviets refused to release after their camp was liberated by Russians. Our gallant Russian allies not. Yeah. It is a marriage of convenience. Ian says, I'll have a fly for you.
Oh, damned good of you.
Yeah. The sacrifices people make for this channel,
I know, selfless, absolutely selfless. You know, in other spheres of life, they'd get a medal for that level of selflessness. That's so impressive.
Yeah. Gino says, good afternoon, everyone in chat, and to the host of the stream. Hello, Gino.
Welcome in with 5 minutes to go.
Gino.
Yeah. John says, had fun today. I wonder if we had to negotiate the release of the USS Pueblo sailors with North Korea. Probably. GM says, Mr. Evans, not a problem with the P-51D. I see to wait you.
Yeah. One day.
I'd need more of a Lancaster bomber than to hold life that ass round.
Ooh, that's funky. I've just seen a company called MPC that made a milk trike.
Okay.
That's cool. It's like a milk float, but a bike version, like a trike version.
Well, some of the old ones were 3-wheeled, weren't they? The old electric ones.
Mm.
No, I mean, this is like basically a trike, like a proper trike, just, that delivers milk.
Yeah.
It's out of stock, though. And so is the freaking kit car that has the scanner that actually works.
Yeah.
Why is it when you want a kit, they're never in bloody stock?
Oh, guess where some of us are going in a few weeks, Gary?
Where's that?
The Tornado Heritage Centre at Broughton.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
We've decided we're going to book a group. So there's me, Gary Morris, Ian off here. Malcolm's coming with us as well. And I've invited the in-laws because my father-in-law loves engineering, and Morgan's going to come with us because he likes jets. So that'll be fun.
Good man.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be excellent.
Yeah, they do that for £6. You get a 2-hour tour looking around all the aircraft and everything. They've got an aircraft simulator, a tornado simulator there and everything.
Okay. Well, that would be a laugh.
Yeah. Junior says, Terry Pratchett said druids moved large stones as the universe depended for its operation on the or forces, which they identified as charm, persuasion, uncertainty, and bloody-mindedness. Gina says, I know I'm late, Tiff. Sorry. It's all right, buddy. As long as you lube and subscribe. GM says, wedding flight now ended. After editing, consent link, cockpit view takeoff, walkabout with guests, cockpit landing, and final thanks. God bless. John says, Gary, fun part of someone else's wedding is free alcohol. I don't think Gary can because he's usually the one flying.
That is not such a great idea, is it really?
I think the CAA might have a problem with that.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. See, last wedding I went to wasn't free alcohol. You had to buy your own at the bar.
Yeah, I did that at my wedding as well. Made everyone pay for themselves.
That's not a wedding, that's a stitch up.
Hey, I paid for all their food.
Pulling your leg, man. As an enthusiast of open bars.
Well, you are Navy. Yeah. Well, I didn't have to pay for it. I was drinking for them pretty much from straight after breakfast all the way through till midnight, and I didn't pay for a single drink. It was great. GM says, I don't drink.
There we go.
Wonderful.
And it is 2:00.
Yeah, it is. So, where the hell is my mouse gone? There it is. So, if I switch back over. It's 2:00 and it's time for lunch. Dum-dee-dum-dee-dum.
Yep.
John says, sorry and all have a great day. Thank you, buddy. So, yeah. Hope you've all had fun. We had some interesting conversations, especially around Smurfs.
I'll never look at a Smurf in the same way again, I promise.
I'm not sure. I think Timmy's been stabbing a goblin or something by the look of it.
Oh.
No, I just laid a bit of green down on that guy.
Cool. Stabbing the old goblin there, mate.
Yeah, nah, it's just getting started on him.
Someone needs to 3D print a Smurf now so that we can do some Smurfs. That'd be funny.
Don't Bob, if you're listening, no.
Gary does not want 8 Smurfs, honest. Especially in 1/6 scale.
All I heard was once 8 Smurfs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian says, that went quick. I put 1 decal on. It did go quick, actually, that 2 hours, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Me, Modders, and hopefully John, if he can get his ass back in time, shall be back tomorrow, 12 o'clock till 2 with the omnibus, which should be fun. Mini art, lots and lots of parts. Julian says, is stabbing the goblin a euphemism? I'm not going to answer that one. But, yeah.
Yeah.
She's called Mrs. Evans, and she's lovely.
Would that be your pregnant wife by any chance, Tim?
Yeah.
That you're calling
to clear up any confusion, I'm also an Evans.
So are you calling her a goblin or the baby a goblin?
I don't know. Honestly, you've said goblin so many times now.
Gobble gobble.
I'm lost.
Anyway,
I've abandoned my child.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be funny.
What, that Daniel Day-Lewis bit?
Ah, is that what it is?
Oh, it's classic. I've abandoned my boy. Anyway.
Anyway, right. As I said, we're back tomorrow, 12 till 2, with the omnibus. Hulbar for now. Bye, everyone.